Lawn family, welcome back to another video. This is Chris Hall here, Rays Landscaping, and this video, guys, is just going to be kind of a daily vlog, but we also have the prices listed for each job. So I'll do a little breakdown at the end so you can kind of see how much money we made on this particular day. It's been a while since I've done one of these vlog videos, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you enjoy the content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's not easy making these videos, guys, and I can't speak for everybody, but anytime I record, I put out content, I want to make sure it's the best possible. So if it's not to my standards, I will not release the video. So when you guys like, subscribe, and leave me comments, it really helps. So we see for this first job here, it was $55 clocked. So we're gonna keep track of all of the income for total jobs. You see this next property here, this one is also 55, and this is a weekly client of mine. This property here is a bi-weekly cut, $50, small little yard. We only use the push mower on this yard because it has a slight hill and it's not big enough to bring out the big equipment. Easy job, easy money, baby. So for these next set of properties that you see, they're right across the street from each other. I'm working on one and I had my guy working on the other one. Like I said, they're right across the street from each other. One is an empty lot and one is a house. Anytime that you're working on the main road, just always be careful, guys, because sometimes, you know, people are texting, they're on their phone, they're doing whatever the case may be. So just always pay attention. I had my guy blowing. He was in front of me and I was standing behind him at a distance so the cars would not hit him and they could see both of us. But that was the plan for me to kind of stop traffic in the way so he could blow properly without having to worry about the traffic of the cars. They'll have to hit me first before they hit him.
Small gate in the back. We'll take the 30-inch and get inside of there. Take the zero turn, knock out the front. Weed eat. By that time, you should be finishing up blowing. On to the next.
Right here, we're using the 30-inch Turf Master. I usually take this mower with me on days when I don't feel like bringing the 36. It's a good mower, but it's extremely heavy. Here's a few clips of me doing some weed eating next to the street. And I typically do not park in front of the house that we're servicing, guys, but I didn't have a choice because the car is gone now, but the house that I usually park at, it was a car there, so I couldn't get there. It's just harder when you're weed eating and blowing if you park in front of the house that you service. So I typically try not to.
Current time, 12:26. Oh, current time, 1:26. We got 8 done so far. The next property that we're going to is literally like in the next neighborhood. It's 1 block over from the one that we're in right now. I used to have another one on the same street, but the lady dropped me. She ended up going with somebody cheaper, which is fine, because I was able to find another one at that same price that I lost this one at. So we're rolling on. We're about to go to knock out this other one. It's in the same neighborhood right now. I think we're making good time, man. We on 8 so far, and everything is really close. That's why I feel like route density is very important when it comes to out here cutting these lawns, man. You want to make sure you have everything close, because if it's far apart, you lose money. I got a question for you, Damo. What would you say is one of the hardest things about lawn care and landscaping?
The hardest thing about lawn work is basically edging and just being precise about what you're doing, the corner points and everything like that, like key points. gotta definitely look at that. So, because people gonna see that, and you gotta make sure you stay on top of that. But that's basically the hardest thing to do, is to make sure you pay attention to detail.
I think that's important what he said. He made a real valid point. Especially when you're doing residential, guys. When you're doing residential, like the clients are so anal about how things are. Like this morning, this lady gave us almost a 10-minute spiel on she don't want the grass right at her front door to be blowed, which is fine. But yeah, when it comes to residential, man, sometimes they can be real picky about how they want the work done. That's one thing I can say. Residential versus commercial. Commercial, they just want the work completed. They really don't care how it looks. 9 out of 10, they don't even check it. But when it comes to that residential, man, if one thing is out of line, or if you missing the spot or something like that, you better believe they'll be calling you back, or they'll let you know. So I agree with them on that. Just as a tip, if you have a new area that you're interested in, or just say that somebody called you and you don't have any other properties that's close to that one, I would highly advise that you do a lot of door hangers in that area, yard signs, door knocking, whatever the case may be, whatever you're running for your marketing, just kind of hind in on it, on that area. You can take this area for example, guys. At the beginning of the season, I had nobody over here, nobody. Now I have about 5 yards in this one little area, so it's worth it coming over here, because when we hit it hard. Yeah, you just seen in a couple clips that we was doing 2 properties right across the street from each other. That's how you want it when you're doing this kind of work, because it saves you a whole lot of time, man. Less time driving and more time working. So whatever you're doing, man, for your marketing, just focus on that area, and you will get something. And there's no reason why, if I do the exact same thing for this area next year, why we shouldn't double those numbers. And that's what we're trying to do. Detail. That's what he was just talking about. When it comes to residential, man, detail, you gotta really be thinking, you gotta be on your toes. Because if you get a whole lot of grass in this pool, you best believe that'll be my last time cutting. So stuff like that, you gotta think about.
I need to make a correction, guys. You saw in that one clip where I said yard number 8, but it was actually 7. It is 7. 1 yard I forgot to get video on. It's one that we do every week. Every Wednesday we do it, and I just forgot to get some clips of that property, so we rolling on. But I just wanted to address that. Anytime we blow, I always make sure that the grass is blown outside of the cracks, because if not, it will kill the grass, and it's just a bad look seeing that grass caked up. So right here, I had my guy hit it again just to get those edges nice and defined. This is another weekly property that we cut right here. Y'all see how thick that grass is? When your weeklies start looking like bi-weeklies. This year, we have been blessed with a lot of rain, and I'm thankful for that. Last season, we had a drought, man. It was the worst drought that we've had since like the early 1960s or something like that. I can't remember, but we have not had this much heat, man, prior to. But this year, we have gotten a lot of rain. You see how green this grass is? All of the properties, because we get a lot of rain, man, so it keeps it looking nice and healthy. With it being hot in the hundreds, 98 degrees, this time of year, these yards are typically brown, but you can see how pretty green it is, so I'm thankful for that.
All we doing on this one is just weed eating, that's it. She cuts herself, so we're gonna put that edge on it. Had Dominique come blow right behind me, and we're gonna be out. That's all we're doing on this one, is just weed eating. 456 on the head. Last yard.
Out the whiteboard, and I think it's important to keep this. It's the beginning of a new week, so I'll update what we have to do daily, what we have to do for the week, and also my monthly goals. It's just a target, something that I use to write and I can keep up with. So I think that's important too. But here we go. We have 12 yards. Brought in $720 for labor. For me paying my helper, $120 out the door. Gas and fuel, $50. So that brings us to a total of $550 for the workday. And this is just saying, if you was to pull that same number, 550, 5 days a week, then you would have 2,750. And this varies because it depends, you know, what you do, that sort of thing. But I typically don't cut 12 yards a day. I typically don't do that. We usually average around anywhere from 6 to 10. The reason being because, guys, I like projects too. So we get projects in a lot. Right now I'm waiting on a bid from the trailer park for an $800 property cleanup. And just that one job alone will exceed this. So I like to focus on the mowing, but I also like property cleanups too, man, because they can bring in a pretty good payday, I would say. So that's just some of the numbers breakdown, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do have some more content coming here recently. I just started selling my clients on weed control services, and the outcome of it was pretty good. And I'm a little upset because it's so late in the season. We have about 3 months left, so I'm gonna just run it as long as I can, and starting next year I'll definitely have that service offered at the beginning of the season, because it'll bring in more revenue. Focus on the clients that you currently have, guys. If you're making $1,000 a month from one of your clients, and if you can figure out a way to make that $1,000 into $2,000 a month, you will double the size of your business just off that one client. You don't necessarily have to go find new clients, but take videos of what needs to be done on their property or something, mulch, whatever you recognize, bush trimming, whatever. But if you can take that 1 to 2, you'll double the size of your business. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Rays Landscaping out. Stay busy and stay prayed up.